Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what we're doing today?
Well, we have finished Hosea, which means that right now we are getting into what we like to call the book wrap-up. So we are wrapping up
the
Hosea.
book of Hosea.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's fantastic.
Another notch on your belt, guys.
Right, yeah.
You have read another book of the Bible.
So that was the 28th book of the Bible, just so everybody, for anybody keeping track.
I wasn't. Good on you.
And so we're going to be going, after we're done with the wrap-ups and the contradictions and all the things, we're going to be going into the 29th book of the Bible.
Wow.
So it's fantastic.
That's
awesome.
crazy.
There's only like 60-something books, so like number-wise, we're getting real close to that midway number of,
amazing.
Like books.
I never would have thought that we would have made it this far.
I honestly, when we started this thing, I didn't think it would take us this long to fucking read the goddamn Bible.
No, I know. When I was talking to somebody else about our project, what we're doing, they were like, 4 years just to get that far? What? And like, I don't know. I have no comparison,
Right, yeah.
Like, to me, it's like, yeah, but we're reading like a chapter a night, take the weekends off.
And to be fair, we spend an inordinate amount of time on each chapter. So, I mean, part of it is our process that we do.
Right.
But part of it is, it's a really fucking thick book. Right. It's got a lot of shit in it.
So when people are like, it took you 4 years and you haven't even got through it yet, you're only not even halfway through it. I'm like, okay, but when you say you read it, like, what does that mean to you? Right. Do you understand what you're reading? Because I don't. That's why
they have one of those like Bible in a year things, and it's just like, and they read this bit,
they're like,
and that bit.
And they just buzz through it right quick. And I'm like, well, yeah, we could do that, but I like discussing it with you, and I like being like, oh, those cities are these cities. Oh, and putting it all together.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, and I think that either one of us could have finished reading the Bible within a year. Sure. Like that's definitely a doable task.
But you know what?
We wouldn't have got as much out of it.
And we would have stopped because that shit be boring. Yeah. I would not have gotten this far if it wasn't fun.
Right. And we're stopping to research. We're stopping to talk about it. We're stopping to question. We're stopping to
make fun
laugh at it. We're, like
yell at it.
Right. Yeah. There's lots of things that need to be done as you're reading through the Bible if you want it to be entertaining and also informative.
Exactly.
Right. And I feel like if you're going to read something for as long as we're reading something,
you might as well
it should be fucking
out
entertaining.
Of it, right?
And hopefully you guys think the same.
Well, I mean, obviously somebody does. We got a few followers that come back every day or every week.
Yeah, we're actually getting pretty big these days. There's people coming to me all the time like, I saw you on a top da-da-da-da list. And I'm like, oh, well, that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Well.
We're something.
We're climbing up there.
Not something, but we're something.
We're something to us.
We're something, yeah.
In our little circle.
We're something else.
We're something else.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Anyway, so we're getting into, what was it again today?
We're doing the Hosea wrap-up.
All right, you ready to do this?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okie dokie. All right. We are getting into Hosea.
Wrap up. You didn't even say the other thing.
Hosehead.
Oh, there we go. I was waiting for it. I'm like, what the fuck's wife doing? She didn't even say Hosehead in the intro, or now I had to prompt you.
Here's the thing. You know what?
What?
I'm drinking wine.
You are.
And let me tell you what a trash human being I am. And it makes me happy every time I say it. This is how I drink wine. I drink it in a mason glass.
You do.
Over ice.
You do.
And I drink it like it's a punch.
You do.
And sometimes I even drink it with a straw.
You do.
And, you know, I've had people be like, oh, my God, what is wrong with you? And here's what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
I enjoy having fun, and that is fun to me. And It doesn't change the taste at all because I'm not a connoisseur of fine things.
To be fair, it's not fine wine.
No.
We just got cheap
it's like,
shit, you know?
$4 wine or some shit from the gas station?
Fuck cares, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean... That is how I drink wine, and I enjoy every goddamn minute of it.
Right, and I think that's the purpose of most things in life that that you want to do, right? Yeah. If you want to drink wine, you might as well fucking enjoy how you're drinking it.
I don't need a wine glass. You don't need
a wine glass.
No.
Why do you need a wine glass? That's one of those traditions, those things set in. You know, unless you're like a Romaise or what is it? Fromage is cheese. What are those guys called? I don't know. Where they taste, they breathe it in and they take a little with their tongue thing and everything,
and then they spit it out.
Right.
I don't get that.
We're not doing that with Boone's Farm. That's just not how it goes. So
this isn't Boone's Farm, but honestly, it might as well be.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So let me get my shit together and talk about Hosehead.
Okay.
All right. So Hosea,
yes,
is listed as the first of the 12 minor prophets in the Tanakh in the Christian Old Testament.
Okay.
Did you know that? We've talked about it before.
You said the Tanakh, which is Jewish. That's not Christian.
Right.
So I just want to make sure.
I'm sorry. I meant to say and in the Christian Old Testament.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I was just like,
I knew what I meant, so I was like, what are you talking about? Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
And
I just wanted to make sure.
Both.
Yep.
So we're into the last bit of the Old Testament here because all that's left is the minor prophets.
Right.
So,
right.
That's where we're at. The book is set around the fall of the northern kingdom of Israel, as we know.
Right.
In the last year of the reign of Jeroboam, as we know, who was king of Israel. And as such, it denounces the worship of gods other than Yahweh.
Right. But that's not exclusive to this prophet in any way whatsoever.
It really isn't. I'm like, what's special about him? Absolutely nothing.
Right. It's pretty much an ongoing theme throughout the most of the Old Testament. So.
What's really fun is when we get down to the chapter breakdowns.
Yeah.
Like, I just did like a little summary just as a reminder of what happened.
For sure.
And I made a legend that has a key that I'll tell you about that says all the things that were repeated throughout this chapter, which kind of echoes the Old Testament as a whole thus far.
Yeah. Okay? And we kind of commented on that throughout the book too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
All right. This book starts out using the story of Hosea's unfaithful wife.
Right.
Do you remember her name?
It was Gomer. Wow. I pulled that one out of my ass.
You sure as fuck did. I don't know how you remembered that, but I am impressed.
I don't have notes in front of me, just for the record.
No, you don't, because I don't allow it.
No.
I
am strictly off the top of my head.
As a matter of fact, before we started this podcast, you were talking about
tonight's podcast, not the whole podcast.
Oh, yeah. Before this episode.
Yeah.
You were suggesting that we change up the way we do things a little bit so that you would have a better idea of where the conversation might be going. And I was like, absolutely fucking not.
I mostly, the part that I want to, like, I hate it when I miss a theme, because sometimes we'll be reading, that's the part that bothers me. Is when we go back and we do some studying afterwards, and then I'm like, oh,
right,
that's what that was, and then like I missed the whole fucking point,
right?
And sometimes like when we started things back in like Exodus and Genesis and everything, there's themes that I missed up until well into the prophets and stuff.
But I'm thinking that leans towards once we're done reading the Bible, I've been feeling this more and more and more.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like we need to go back and start over and listen to our old episodes with like, oh, now I understand. And also it would give us an opportunity to answer the questions that I missed.
Got
that,
it.
That we had talked about.
Yeah. So the way we should do that, we should do it as a video podcast.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it should be you and I silhouetted with our cat in the middle.
You're like Mystery Theater 3000
Mystery Science Theater Sacrilegious Discourse. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So anyway, I was like, you do not get supplied with any information about what's coming so that your reaction can be genuine and off the cuff. And if you know what's coming, then you're not fresh.
No, I know. And I agree with you. I do. I just, I
know sometimes you forget to take off your editor hat and your podcaster hat. And, you are here with me on the microphone and this is what we're doing.
Right.
And you like forget which hat you're wearing for a minute.
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not a refined, finished product. We're bumbling through, travesty of a talk show.
You keep wanting to refine it, and I'm like, but that goes against everything that we stand for.
Our fans would hate us if we were better,
right? We're renowned at this point for being a goddamn mess, unprofessional as fuck, and not knowing what the hell we're doing.
Right.
So why change a thing that works?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Besides, I would have to plan ahead just a little bit better, and I don't want to. All right, carrying on. The book starts out using the story of Hosehead's unfaithful wife, Gomer, as a metaphor for the people of Israel's abandonment of Yahweh. Poor Yahweh.
Yeah.
He's sitting in the corner crying.
Always getting abandoned.
The book dates back to around 760-ish to 720-ish BCE.
Okay.
And is one of the oldest books of the Tanakh.
Got it.
Which we have talked about that before as well.
Yeah, and there's definitely some like the themes were odd in some places, especially like that the male references to Israel were odd because throughout most of the rest of the Bible it was referenced
always
female.
A she. Yeah.
So that was one of those things that caught me by surprise in this book.
Same. And then also referring to Israel as Ephraim quite often.
As Ephraim?
Mm-hmm.
No. Mm-hmm. They referred to Israel as Jacob. The Ephraim was the one tribe that was the leader of. They referred to them because they were the leader of Israel. They were the top tribe.
It seemed like they were talking like they would say blah 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 blah. Ephraim is so bad.
Right. They used Ephraim as a
representation
placeholder for Israel, but they didn't refer to Israel as Ephraim. Ephraim was a tribe.
It just, I don't know. It seemed more, I couldn't always get what was happening because they phrased it differently and they used different words.
If I had to guess, Ephraim was probably the closest tribe to where Hosea or whoever was writing this was physically at the time.
Yeah.
So that's who they dealt with the most.
Probably.
So Ephraim was the one that they were talking to or not talking to or
arguing
whatever.
with or whatever. Yeah, that makes sense. So this book even predates the final recensions of the full Torah, the Pentateuch. So they were still stapling the Pentateuch together when these stories of Hosehead were floating around.
Got it.
Okay, that's how old this shit is.
Right.
And it shows.
Yeah.
Because like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The book has a long history of formation and being passed from person to person. Transmission is what they call that.
Right.
Much like an STD. I'm sorry, STI.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's much less. Yeah. So
that's pretty much what the Bible is, right?
That's why I said it. Yeah. So I just find it very interesting that this book is like, yeah, this is the shit, and I'm like, but it's so old and dumb. And it's as old as the other shit, but
it's no less dumb than anything else.
It is more dumb. It's more dumb than the Pentateuch because the Pentateuch, like, that is old school Judaism. Okay.
Yeah.
And I can, like, I can nod my head and say, okay. But then you start getting this other stuff, and I'm like, no, you don't really go. You're not part of that. Go away.
I mean, they are, but it's not. I don't know. There's levels of togetherness, right? And this was not really well put together.
No,
and it was too much of one thing and not enough of other things that it just didn't really.
I have a feeling
feel cohesive.
I have a feeling that the other minor prophet stories are going to be very similar.
And that's probably why they're minor prophets.
They're just going to be like little snippets from various places throughout. And it's like, but why couldn't we have stapled them together in the places where they belong?
Right.
This is so dumb.
Yeah.
You know, I just, it's not logical, and it's really offending my sensitivities.
Sure.
Because it's not how I would have done it.
Right. But there's a lot of things in the Bible that I wouldn't have done the way they did.
Oh, well, that is true. That is true. You're not wrong. Much of the opening material in oral form, so not oral sex, but, oral discussion.
Yes.
As opposed to email.
Right. Yeah, definitely not email.
It does go back to Hosea himself. So.
Okay.
There was a dude named Hosea.
We did talk about this before, that a lot of people think that there is a person named Hosea that wrote some of this stuff. But there is also, as we went through some of the Q&As, there has been stuff added to this story too. Yes. So it's not strictly Hosea.
No, that's what it says. Much of the opening material in oral form. So not specifically what was written down.
Okay.
But like the general opening, the kind of the gist.
Got it. Yeah.
Goes back to him.
Okay.
The latter collection of sayings and individual accounts, however, was probably done in Judah at a much later date.
Got it.
So
they don't have a specific idea as to what those timeframes were?
Nope. Okay. Just later.
Got it.
And that shows too, because like in the first few chapters, we're talking about the fact that the Israelites were cheating on Yahweh, and their kids were named after bad things, and that's sad. And so Hosea needed to marry the whore Gomer, and then he needed to like forgive her, just like God's gonna do, and all that. And like the whole thing was like this metaphorical story.
Yeah.
And then like the next chapter, like we read a few chapters of that, and then the next chapter was like, oh, we're not talking about that anymore, with no warning.
Yeah.
And it was just, oh, we're going back to like old school fire and brimstone, but worse.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's old stuff. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the prophet Hosea, which we've talked about him before.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is his book.
Right.
He prophesied during the worst of Israel's history, the northern kingdom's decline and fall in the 8th century BCE.
I take some issue with that because the Babylonian exile happened, and we're saying this is the worst of Israel's history?
Well, it's when the northern kingdom, it was their decline and fall.
Yeah, but
they fell.
The rest of what was Israel got scattered, smothered, covered, as you would say.
Yes, but that's not the northern kingdom. This is the northern kingdom.
All right.
That we're talking about.
And I guess you're right. To be fair, none of them ever came back to their former tribe states. Right. So, yeah, that was pretty much the end of the northern kingdoms.
Right. So, I mean,
for all intents and purposes.
The southern part, they did have some shit, but they came back from it. So, yeah, not as dark as being like swallowed altogether.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
The people's abandonment of faith was rampant, having turned away from God in order to serve both the calves of Jeroboam and the Canaanite gods Baal and Asherah.
Now, I just want to point out one more time that the calves of Jeroboam or whatever were actually it was
an alternate practice and worship of Yahweh.
Right, right. Because we did cover that at one point, too.
Which I still find fascinating as all hell.
Yeah, same here. But that was like, even back, there was calves in the Bible with Aaron.
Yeah.
Back when Moses was around.
Yeah.
Right. And Aaron was a big character, right?
Yeah.
He comes down from the mountain, and what does Aaron have there? He's got a fucking golden calf.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So obviously there was some sentiment that this God was in cahoots with this calf idol.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
but it was a separate idea that didn't truck with this sect of Judaism.
Yeah, it was two different groups, two different tribes of Israelites arguing about how to properly worship whatever you want to call this God. Right. And some obviously thought that a calf should be included.
Right.
And obviously the other ones didn't, and they kind of went out. But
kind is a very light word for what happened.
Right.
But yeah,
right.
Okay.
Yeah. What I find interesting is that in India, cows are holy creatures that cannot eat.
They are.
So
to some,
right.
There are many religions in India.
No, you're right. You're right. So I was generalizing, but it's my understanding as a very, very ignorant American that cows are holy creatures in India, and that generally speaking, like you don't rush them in the road. Like when you come to you're driving and a bunch of them walk in front of the road, you don't rush them because they're holy creatures.
Right.
You gotta let them pass, and you can't strike them with your car. And yeah.
Yeah. It's so I just looked it up just to make sure it's Hinduism that is the ones that worship or find them sacred, at least for cows.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get into it more than that because I don't really know much more about it than that. I am actually very intrigued with Hinduism because there's so much going on over there.
Right.
And I would love to get into it at some point, but we've got way too much just in Christianity and Judaism.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know.
I just have to believe that given the proximity that it came from a similar source.
Sure.
It had to have.
I mean, I think a lot of ideas in ancient times came from similar sources. Mm-hmm. They were cows were something that fed and nourished a lot of people, right? Mm-hmm. That, I mean, even in Genesis, they mentioned livestock as one of the first opening things, right? Yeah. So these animals that provided for these societies were really, really fucking important.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't have... It's not separate from them. You know, at that time, like now when we eat a hamburger or whatever or drink milk,
it's completely...
we don't see that cow ever unless you pass it in the country.
There are people who don't tell their children that they're eating cow meat.
Right.
Like that's a cow you're putting in your mouth.
Right.
And then like the kid finds out in like middle school, oh my God, before they put it together.
Yeah.
And, you know, then it's too late. They can't be vegetarian then.
Back then, they would have slaughtered it right there or even at the ceremony for their church or whatever, you know? Like, those are things that happened in front of everybody.
Right.
And as a matter of the normal course of a day. Mm-hmm. So that stuff was very prevalent and important to them. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I'm done with that.
Okay.
We can move along.
Move along. Other sins followed besides, you know, all them worshiping of them cows and shit.
Yeah.
The book claims that those other sins included homicide, perjury, theft, and sexual deviation.
And I'm sure those things never happened in the other places.
No, just there. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hosea declares that unless they repent of these sins, God will allow their nation to be destroyed.
Right. He's gonna have them murdered for murdering people.
Yeah. And kind of like when you spank a kid for them hitting somebody.
But and you say that there's they say that these things were happening. Right. But in the book of Hosea we read, mostly the thing that he was complaining about was idol worship.
Yeah.
It wasn't these other things. The biggest hang up was idol worship.
Yeah.
And he was going to murder people because of idol worship.
Because they were not worshiping him.
Right. Now, you can imply that because they're worshiping something like Baal or whatever, there might be child sacrifice going on. There might be murder things going on. There might be other things happening.
But as far as the perjury and theft, that was not anything that was really brought up.
That's just like, yeah, they were bad people. They probably did all these things.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
But it doesn't say that in the Bible.
Right.
And I just wanted to point out one more time, idols.
Yes.
That is what he's pissed off about. Idols.
Yeah. Not me, somebody else. That sucks. You're dead.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
And that is the biggest theme of why he punishes his people throughout the Bible.
Yes.
So far. Yeah.
Hosea declares that, and I already read that, blah, blah, blah. He declares that unless they repent of these sins, that God will allow their nation to be destroyed, which is what happens, and the people will be taken into captivity by Assyria, which happens.
Right, yeah.
And Assyria was the greatest nation of that time.
Sure.
The prophecy of Hosea centers on God's unending love towards a sinful Israel and God's agony over his people's betrayal. So he's like, oh, I'm so sad that I'm murdering you and letting your entire northern kingdom get swallowed up by these other cultures. I'm going to cry all night that I let that happen.
It's no wonder that we have such a problem with Christians being so... They feel like they're shit on by everybody, right?
Yeah.
It's built into, like, their God shits on them.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they just think that their whole mentality is being shit on.
Yeah.
That's their whole existence.
Well, okay, there's, like, the trope of the Jewish people have a guilty conscience, like, much like Catholics have a guilty conscience. Like, there's this whole trope that applies to both of them, right? That they're, like, always feeling like that A, their God is putting upon them, and B, that everybody else is trying to get them, and C, that they need to apologize preemptively, right? Sure. Like, that's a trope.
Okay.
The difference being that they're like, oh, sorry, whereas the Christians are like, I'm put upon and that pisses me off and I'm gonna punch you in the fucking eye.
Right.
Like, whoa, calm your tits there, Christians.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the difference I see between the two, is the reaction to the perceived built-in.
I want to take a step back because I think, the part of you is right about the Catholic faith, but the strongest people that are kind of crappy to me online right now are actually Catholic.
Oh, yeah.
There's a strong Christian nationalist thread that's kind of weaving its way into the Catholic faith. It's
interesting to me because growing up, I never knew people's religions or anything, and I never heard any anti-Semitism or anything.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it in person, like, I did not realize it was a thing that happened.
Right.
Because I never saw it with my own eyes. I never heard people complaining about it.
Right.
I didn't realize it was present.
Yeah, and why would it be, right?
Right.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But okay.
And then the first time that I ever actually witnessed anti-Semitism in person, I belonged to a crafting group, and the majority of the ladies there went to mass on Sundays, and like, they were very, very involved in the Catholic Church.
Right.
And I don't remember who in particular they were discussing. It was probably a political figure.
Sure.
And the two ladies that were running the group, they just threw it out like it was nothing, like, well, they are Jewish.
Right.
And I, like, my jaw just, like, dropped, like I had never, and I was like, oh, that's what that is. I didn't know. And, like, after that, because yes, shamefully, I did keep attending the craft session. I mean, it was a great craft. I'm just saying. It wasn't long for the world after that. The group did fizzle out.
Right.
But as I went after that, and politics were getting more and more heated at the time,
right,
I started hearing it more and more and more. And that's when I realized that, oh my God, this is a thing. Like, this actually is a thing. And I could not wrap my brain around it. Like,
right,
Christians pretend that they love Judaism when it behooves them to do so because they hate the Muslims more than the Jews. But Catholics are just straight up, no, we just don't like Jews at all. And I'm like, holy shit, all y'all.
Right.
Like, y'all are all nasty.
Yeah.
Wow. And like, when you see the boys in khaki with their like little light posts and they're screaming, Jews will not replace us, I'm always like, you're all, what are you? Who are you?
Right. Where did you come from? How did that happen? What? Yeah. No, I don't understand it.
I don't, like, who's trying to replace what? Who? I don't understand. Like, okay, you're all men or young men, boys,
mm-hmm,
and you're all wearing khakis. So, you all went shopping together. So you have friends, and you're all screaming about being replaced. But I'm like, but you're white, though. Nobody's replacing you. You're literally the top of the chain.
It's really easy to inspire through hate.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. That is the entire reason. Hate sells, and it's one of the biggest downfalls of our society right now, because that it's becoming more and more prevalent that people are pitching hate because they know that it will sell.
Clickbait.
Oh yeah.
Feelings.
Yeah. I mean, we have whole news, stations dedicated to hate. So
news in quotes.
Right. Yeah. In quotes.
Because in court, they admit that they are not news. So I have to put that in quotes.
Definitely.
So Hosea prophesied over the course of around 66 years, from 790 to about 724 BCE, and thus served 8 years in the reign of Jeroboam, 33 years in the reign of Uzziah, the whole reigns of both Jotham and Ahaz, and 3 years in the reign of Hezekiah. Okay. So he had a lot of kings come and go in his lifetime.
Yeah.
He would not, however, have survived the taking of Samaria. And Hosea's message did influence later prophets such as Jeremiah.
Got it.
So,
okay. Yep.
All right. Now we get into, I created this legend. And there's 4 keys. Okay. There's a devil face, which when I put that at the end of a note means God is saying, I'm going to get ya. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a Pinocchio nose, which means someday I'll love you, but this is not that day. There's a sad face with a tear, and that means y'all fucking suck.
That happened a lot.
And then there's a heart that says blessings upon you right fucking now.
Those were usually at the end of the chapter.
Yeah. All right. So chapter 1 gets a Pinocchio. That was the someday I'll love you, but this is not that day.
Right.
Okay. Chapter 1 was God instructs Hosea to marry a prostitute, Gomer, as a symbolic act of Israel's unfaithfulness to him. Hosea and Gomer have 3 children, each given symbolic names reflecting God's judgment on Israel. And then he finishes out the chapter by telling them, like, you kind of suck, but there's a remnant. I'll save some of you. Okay. So moving into chapter 2, I have 3 faces here. Okay. I've got, y'all fucking suck. I'm going to get ya. And, oh, someday I'll love you, but this is not that day. Okay. Chapter 2 is God outlines Israel's infidelity through metaphors of Gomer's adultery. And he again punishes or threatens punishment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just...
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
I mean, those were the 4 things that appeared throughout these chapters.
Right. Yeah.
It's a theme.
It is.
And I decided going forward, I'm going to carry these little things to help me more easily categorize. Yeah. Oh, this chapter was where he hated them again.
We should have like a tally in the episode notes that shows like how many of these we had and how many of that.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree.
Right.
All right. Chapter 3 is a Pinocchio, which is someday I'll love you, but this is not that day.
Right, yeah.
God tells Hosea to love Gomer again despite her infidelity, which is supposed to mirror God's continued love for Israel. Hosea redeems her, signifying God's plan to redeem Israel after a period of separation.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Israel, you done been fucking up, but you're so cute. One day you'll be good.
Yeah, we just need to take a break.
Yeah, I might love you someday.
Right.
Okay, so number 4, I have 2 of the icons. We've got the sad face, y'all fucking suck. And then we've got the devil face, which is, I'm gonna fucking get ya. I'm gonna get ya.
Yeah.
Okay. So chapter 4 was God brings charges against Israel, accusing the people of lacking faithfulness, love, and knowledge of him. I'm going to tell you, you need to keep track of that word.
Knowledge?
They have no knowledge of him.
Well, yeah, we talked about that a lot because how could they have knowledge of him?
I'm giving you a hint, though, about a question that may or may not come up on the pop quiz tomorrow.
We're doing tomorrow. Yeah.
Right. All right. The land suffers as a result of their sin with widespread idolatry and immorality. Priests and leaders are also held accountable for leading the people astray, which is kind of cool. At least, he's not just yelling at the bottom tier. He's also yelling at those at the top. So
yeah, I guess. It still doesn't sit well with me. But
well, chapter 5 has the same theme as the previous chapter. I might love you one day, but this is not that day. Y'all fucking suck. I'm gonna get ya.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
God announces judgment on Israel and Judah for their pride, idolatry, and reliance on foreign alliances instead of him. Like, how dare you turn to Egypt and Assyria, motherfuckers.
Or necessity so that you try not to get, demolished by them.
How dare you get squished in the cleavage of these two great, mighty, breasticle nations.
I think it's kind of funny, not funny, but they complain a lot throughout Hosea about how they cheated people and did different things and how they were really rich, but none of that matters when they got taken over anyway. So, right? I don't know. It just struck me that way.
So they seek help from Assyria, which makes sense, but it will not save them. Womp womp. The chapter ends with God withdrawing from them until they earnestly seek his face. He's like, I'm not coming back till you love me again. And they're like, bitch, bye.
I mean, it basically never happens the way he wants it to. So,
right. So, chapter 6 is the sad phase, which is again, y'all fucking suck. Okay.
Yeah.
Israel expresses a desire to return to the Lord, but God responds that their repentance is superficial, like morning mist, which is interesting because we liked the word do.
Right.
In our reading.
Yeah.
But this
and then later God
do is good.
Do is good, yeah.
Do.
God
did the do.
He did the do, yeah.
He desires steadfast love, our God, and perpetual fear of God, rather than the sacrifices and offerings of a people's shallow faith.
Yeah.
All right, chapter 7.
I have to stop you there.
Yeah.
That's still a theme today. People love to be like, well, those just aren't real Christians.
Yeah.
They don't believe correctly.
Yeah.
So there's like two camps. You're either like not at all on board, or you're not a real Christian or a real worshiper of whatever God. Like you just don't believe strongly enough, or you don't believe at all. Either way, you suck worse than I do.
Sure. Yeah. And I'm always the best, whoever I happen to be.
Right. And it disallows you from arguing with them because they're like, yeah, I don't care what that person said. They suck.
You've already been dismissed.
Oh, well, okay. So there is no information that you will take in that's going to mean anything to you other than what you already know.
Yeah, it's like they've stuck their fingers in their ears and went, nah, 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 I can't hear you.
Essentially, that's it. Yeah.
And it's rather childish and silly, but it's also like, okay, I can accept that then. I will move on from you.
Yeah, it is absolutely childish. So,
right.
Yeah.
All right, Hosea 7 is the same thing. Y'all fucking suck. God condemns Israel for their ongoing wickedness, including lying, deceit, and alliances with foreign nations.
Oh, not that.
Despite their suffering, they refuse to turn to God. Their hearts are compared to an overheated oven, inflamed by their sinful passions and political intrigue. And then I added, what a pancake. Chapter 8 is, y'all fucking suck. I'm gonna get ya.
Okay. All right.
Israel's rebellion leads to judgment as they have set up kings without God's approval and worshipped idols, particularly the calf idol in Samaria. God warns that they will reap the whirlwind, a metaphor for the chaos their actions will bring.
Right.
Their trust in foreign alliances and false gods will lead to their destruction, and then it does.
Sure. Again, these prophs know these things are happening.
Yeah.
Like it's
political. It's
not
politics.
It's written on the fucking walls,
So this chapter 9, we have a little bit of a switch. Instead of the previous two chapters where y'all fucking suck, I'm gonna get ya. Now it's, I'm gonna get ya. Y'all fucking suck. God declares that Israel will face exile because of their sin, particularly their unfaithfulness in worship and failure to recognize his blessings. The people's religious festivals will cease, and they will experience barrenness and loss.
Oh, no.
Judgment is coming, and they will return to slavery in Egypt and Assyria.
I see.
Okay.
All right.
Chapter 10, we're back to the standard formula. Y'all fucking suck. I'm gonna get ya. Israel is compared to a luxuriant vine that produces fruit for itself, symbolizing their selfishness and idolatry.
Oh, yeah. Don't grow things for yourself. That would be horrible.
Fucking wine.
Right?
Grapevines.
As you're drinking
I know.
wine.
That is kind of funny. God will break down their altars and sacred stones as part of his judgment. The chapter ends with a call to sow righteousness and seek the Lord.
Yeah.
But the people continue to trust in their own strength. Oh, no.
They trust in whatever they need to trust in.
Sure.
Because survival is probably pretty paramount to them. You know, I would imagine.
Living is kind of good. I enjoy living.
Right. And I can't imagine that in those days, 3,000 whatever years ago, that life was real easy.
Yeah.
You know, it was probably pretty fucking hard. So.
All right. Well, chapter 11, we have a Pinocchio nose.
Yeah.
You remember what that one is?
God says he's going to love him someday or something like that.
But this is not that
but
day.
That's not that day. Yeah, today's not
But
the day.
also, it's because y'all fucking suck.
Right.
God recalls his tender love for Israel. My endless love.
He keeps referring to this love that he had for them, right? It's like the MAGA crowd, Make America Great Again. When was that?
Right, exactly.
Which exact time frame? When did that happen?
Right.
Because I want to know which decade,
what was the pretty
century,
one?
whatever he would. When are you talking about? When did you love them?
Right.
Or is it just always love mixed with hate? Because that's how it feels. It feels like you constantly have them teetering on this, precipice of, hate and love. Precipice. Sorry,
Yeah.
I said that completely wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. That thing.
Yeah,
Cliff
that
edge.
thing. The one thing. That place.
Yeah.
But they're always right there. It's always love, hate, love, hate, love, hate.
They're like 6 feet from the edge, and how's that song go?
I know. I knew what you were getting at, but I don't remember exactly how it goes. So
I think it's Nickelback too,
probably
which is funny.
So
all right, so that was 11. Now we move on to chapter 12, and that one is I will love you one day, but this is not that day because you fucking suck.
Okay.
God rebukes Israel for their deceit and reliance on foreign nations. Again, some more, always.
Yeah. Using
Jacob's story as a contrast. Remember Jacob?
I do.
He calls Israel to return to the Lord and practice love and justice. Ephraim is denounced for dishonesty in business and idol worship, leading to inevitable punishment.
Yeah. I mean, it seems that's always the case. Yeah.
Well, here we go again.
Okay.
Chapter 13. I will love you someday, but this is not that day. Because you fucking suck!
Right.
God recalls Israel's past faithfulness and how they prospered, but now in their arrogance, they have forgotten him. Womp womp. Poor God.
Yeah.
They turn to idols, which leads to their downfall. The chapter ends with a vivid description of the coming judgment.
Yeah. Is that the one that had I can't remember if that was the one that had where they ripped open people and kids against, I'm not going to get too visual into it, but okay. Yeah.
Yes.
That was pretty terrible.
And well, I mean, God tells them that he will destroy them like a lion or leopard, and how,
Yeah. Yeah.
And then last chapter of the book, we end strong with I will love you someday, but today is not that day.
Right.
Okay.
And it was actually right. It ended on a note of hope-ish, as long as you worship God the way that God wants you to worship him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which never happens.
Right.
Ever. Because who the fuck can worship somebody the way you want them to worship him if he doesn't talk to anybody and he only talks to like some random dude?
Right.
That makes no fucking sense.
It makes no fucking sense. The final chapter offers a message of hope and repentance. God calls Israel to return to him with sincere hearts. And in return, he promises healing, love, and restoration.
Yeah.
The chapter concludes with an invitation for those who are wise to understand God's ways, which lead to life and blessing. But we know that doesn't happen. They die.
Right. And moreover, you don't get judged individually. You get judged based on your king and the people that are in charge and whatever your society at the time is doing, because he'll destroy whole swaths of people because that group of people doesn't worship him the way he wants them to. And yes, he will redeem some of them, but even then he says sometimes depending on which prophet we're talking about, that they didn't necessarily deserve to be redeemed. He's just changing their hearts and going to send them back to whatever.
Yeah.
He's all kinds of fucked up and wrong.
And if you're women, children, or slaves, you have very little choice in who you worship, when, and how.
Right.
So, like, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So.
One thing that always struck me with religion is that, and this is something that made me think about the reasons for religion and made me not want to pursue it, right? And that's that religion seems to always hit people at their lowest point, right? Like, and that's one of those things where, you know, even just individually, people will come up to someone who is downtrodden and be like, have you read the Bible today? Have you thought about Jesus today? You know, I'm really praying for you. You know, these are things the Christians in our society, they prey on the downtrodden. Yeah. Because they know that's the time to hit them. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And more than that, it's built into systems like AA, for example, right? It's a 12-step program that involves God. Now, it's not necessarily the Christian God, but there is a lot of, you know,
the majority of them actually are based on
the majority of them are
God.
The Christian God. It doesn't have to be the Christian God. Right. But anyway, but they take people when they are at their lowest and they institute these things to indoctrinate them either back in or in for the first time into these systems that then create a new follower. And why wouldn't you take the person who is succeeding and say, oh, God must be treating you right? It's because they don't give a fuck. Right. Right. They're not going to see it because it doesn't have any, like, I'm doing just fine. What do you mean God did this for me? Fuck you. Yeah. Right.
I work hard to get where I'm at, kind of thing.
Right. But you don't go up to the person who's downtrodden and say, well, God punished you because you must have fucking deserved it.
I mean,
that's not what they say.
Unless it's, you know, the hurricane victims or.
Right. No, we had that chat in our special episode. But generally on an individual basis, you don't go up to the downtrodden person and say, you must suck. God must have punished you on purpose, right? Generally. Right. You try to take that person and say, there's hope in God, right? Yeah. And that's how they draw them in. It's not, it's very nefarious, in my opinion, on how that whole thing works.
It's insidious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Anyway, that was all I had there. You got anything else to add?
Nah, fuck Hosehead.
All right. So that was our wrap up for the book of Hosea.
We have one more episode of Hosea left, though.
Well, unless you count the weekly wrap up.
Well, yeah, but I never do.
Right.
Because we're not part of that.
That's just a conglomeration of all of our episodes for the week.
So. We are together speaking into the microphone one more time.
Yes.
On the book of Hosea. And that will be our You're Always Wrong
or Contradictions episode.
And we will have a little pop quiz on the end.
We sure will. And then we'll be done with Hosea.
I will have you know I got a 61%.
Ooh, I got something to shoot for now.
You sure do. The average is 64, so...
Damn, you went below the average
I
this
sure
time.
as fuck did.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I need to...
Here's the thing. There's 11 questions, and the ones I knew, I really fucking knew. Yeah. And the other ones, I either really fucking knew it or I had no goddamn idea.
Got it.
Like, there was no in between.
Okay.
So, good luck, sir.
Well, thanks for joining us again, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yep. Bye. Husband.
Wife.
Guess what we're doing now?
We are finishing up Hosea. And so tonight I'm going to be right.
Nope, because you're always wrong.
Fuck.
Yep.
All right. Well, so we're doing our Contradictions episode.
And a pop quiz.
Yeah. So you got some good contradictions for us tonight?
Yeah. I have 7.
7 contradictions. That's light. But it was a short book, too.
There were more, but a couple of them didn't apply because they didn't have... They only had New Testament stuff that we hadn't... Like, right. It was Hosea on one side
and then Jesus on the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, we're not there yet.
Right.
So those don't count. And then there were a couple that we had talked about before that we were like, that's not really, that doesn't apply.
No, I mean, we're trying to be fair-ish.
Yes.
You know, in our contradiction episodes. So we were leaving out some of the more dumb ones, basically.
And we've talked about them before. So, I mean, sometimes I include them just as a reminder of...
They can get a bit repetitive. It's much like the Bible.
Right?
You know?
Kind of like how God loves that everybody, but mostly hates.
All right. Well, you ready to do this?
Sure as fuck am.
Let's do it.
Okie dokie. All right, we're getting into our You're Always Wrong Contradictions episode.
All right.
Followed by a pop quiz.
Yeah.
For Hosea.
Right.
I love Hosehead.
You lie.
I do. I'm a liar. All right, are you ready for the questions?
I am ready.
Number 1, husband.
Yes, wife.
Is it okay to drink alcohol? You have 3 choices.
Oh, fuck. I'm sick of answering this question.
I know.
Yeah.
Your first choice is, depends who you are. And your second one is, absolutely not. And your third one is, sure, whatever, wine is fucking awesome.
I'm going to go with the one I want. And that's sure, whatever, wine is fucking awesome.
Okay. Yeah. There's quite a few that support that.
Okay.
From Genesis, Deuteronomy, Judges, Proverbs, First Chronicles, Ecclesiastes, and Lamentations.
Sure.
So let me read a couple of these that say, yeah, wine is great.
Okay. All right.
May God give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine.
There he goes comparing them to dew again.
Doo-doo.
I'm just saying, you know.
And that's from Genesis.
Yeah.
Thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God the tithe of thy corn and thy wine. That's from Deuteronomy.
Okay.
Wine, which cheereth God and man.
I feel like that should be like a slogan for a
shirt?
A wine company.
Yeah. Which cheereth God and man.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. Yeah, it's from Judges.
Okay.
Drink of the wine which I have mingled. That's from Proverbs. I always mingle my wine.
I don't know if I want the God mingled wine, but
right?
hey.
And this is one I really, really like. I'm skipping a couple because, I got enough here. This one's from Lamentations. Ready? Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Wow. Man, they're having a good old time there, huh? Yeah.
But guess what, husband?
I'm right.
You're always wrong. Okay, so now your choices are depends who you are or absolutely not.
Go with depends who you are.
Okay. Well, not when you're going to church. According to Leviticus, do not drink wine nor strong drink thou nor thy sons with thee when ye go into the fucking tabernacle of the congregation, lest ye die.
Oh, whoa, that's pretty strong words after they just got naked and drank wine.
It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations.
Huh.
Yeah, just so
Forever.
you know. Yeah.
Okay.
So not when you're going to church.
Except for like the other times when that wasn't.
Well, and except if you're Catholic and you drink wine as the blood of Christ.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
not that wine. That's
right.
symbolic.
We didn't mean it there. Just the other forever.
The other forever. Yeah. Okay, so not if you go to church, not if you're a Nazarite, according to Numbers.
Okay.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, He shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar or wine, no vinegar of strong drink, neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dried.
That's really dumb. So you can't even have raisins or grapes or anything.
You stay away from that shit.
I'm good with the vinegar. I'm not going to drink vinegar.
I misspoke. It's not vinegar. It's vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink.
Okay.
It wasn't vinegar and wine.
I got it.
Yeah. So.
Sure. Whatever.
Don't drink
the wine stuff. I guess.
Not if you're going to church or if you're a Nazarite.
Right.
Or if you're a priest or prophet, you better stop.
Okay.
That's according to Isaiah.
Who are the Nazarites again? Do you remember who the Nazarites are?
They're Nazary.
They're Nazary.
They're so nazish.
All right.
I don't know.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
They're pretty nazi.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are a priest or a prophet, according to the book of Isaiah, you cannot drink wine because it says, but they have also erred through wine and through strong drink are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. Fuckers.
Got it. Well, just for the record, Nazarites are people who took a special vow to dedicate themselves to God.
Okay.
So those are the people that would be not allowed to drink. Or some of the people that are
super
not allowed
religious.
to drink. Right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you're super religious, or you're a priest or a prophet, or you're going to church.
Apparently, they cannot get haircuts either, and they are not allowed to contact the dead.
Interesting.
Remember?
Yeah,
they couldn't touch the dead.
I forgot about that.
There was all kinds of fucking rules for it and shit. I remember that now.
Wow.
Huh.
Them were the good old days.
That was a while back.
Yeah, back when we were at the beginning of the Bible.
Right. They kind of just disappeared into the beginning of the Bible.
Exactly. Never heard from them again.
Right. What the fuck's a Nazarite? I forgot.
Because wine.
Right. That's the entire... Yeah. See?
All right, but guess what?
What?
You're always wrong.
All right.
Can they drink wine?
Sometimes, apparently.
Absolutely not. Okay.
Oh, wait, I thought we just did the absolutely not.
No, we just
those
did
were
the
sometimes.
Those were the depends who you are.
Okay.
This is absolutely not, ever.
Got it.
Absolutely fucking not.
Got it. Yeah.
According to Proverbs, wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise.
Goddamn mocker wine.
Be not among wine bibbers.
Don't be a wine bibber, fuckers.
Don't be among the wine bibber.
Don't be among the wine bibbers, yeah.
I'm a wine bibber.
Yeah, I guess I'm not supposed to be among you.
Well,
I mean, you know.
We do like to commingle. For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty. That's both of those were according to Proverbs.
Okay.
This one's according to Isaiah. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that continue until night, till wine inflame them.
You know, I got to give them props. They woke up early in the morning to get that start on the day of drinking.
Right.
You know, they made a point to get out of bed and start something.
Well, this one, the Isaiah one to me seems more like it's addressed to people that drink heavily, not don't drink at all.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I was kind of joking a little bit.
And actually, the next one from Isaiah kind of mimics that. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink.
Yeah, I think were those both from Isaiah? Mm-hmm. Okay, I distinctly remember a section where they were talking about strong drinkers more than just alcohol in general. So obviously that's a bad thing. You don't want to drink too much alcohol ever, because that's not good. And that's why we have programs to get people to stop drinking too much alcohol.
It's bad for your liver at the very least.
Right. And no judgment if you, I mean, we've all known or have been an alcoholic. Personally, not me, but I think you could have gone down that route.
I have alcoholism it runs in my family, and I have to be very careful with the choices that I make, because I am more inclined to that. You
don't know your limits.
Correct.
You don't care about your limits. Your limits don't matter. They're
once I have a drink,
non-existent.
Yeah. So. Once I have a drink, I will just not stop.
Right.
So if I'm going to drink, I have to be very, very active in a plan of how that is going to work beforehand.
Right. Otherwise, you might end up hanging out of a car halfway or something.
Shut up. Well, the last one is from Hosea, Hosea.
Uh-huh.
And that one says, wine and new wine take away the heart.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
No. I mean, they take away the heart?
Not like your physical heart.
Right. No, I figured.
Like your soul, your being, your essence. Like it makes you stupid, and you're not who you are.
But sometimes, I can see that. Look, different people react differently to alcohol.
Oh,
right?
You're saying nuance. The Bible doesn't do that.
Oh, okay.
The Bible generalizes. Everybody sucks across the board.
Well, I'm just saying that some people can give extra spirit to, extra heart to.
Yeah.
Because those are the ones. The crier, right? They're awesome. I love the crier. They're like, oh, I love you so much.
They love everybody.
They love everybody, right?
Yeah,
It's amazing.
And then there's the blustering asshole, and he's the guy who you already knew he was a blustering asshole before he drank.
Yeah, just now he's louder and
he punches walls, right?
Like possibly runs through a window.
Right.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So. Insists he's fine. You're just being a bitch.
Right.
And then he, drives recklessly and blames the other drivers on the road. But somehow that motherfucker never crashes.
Right.
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
He never gets caught either.
I mean,
Oof.
They do sometimes, but
I
yeah,
hate
not
that guy.
enough.
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Number 2.
Oh, before we move on.
Yeah.
Drink responsibly, everybody.
Please.
There's Ubers. There's a lot of things. If you like to drink, and I like to drink sometimes. Wife likes to drink. It just don't do it dumb.
Have a buddy. Have a designated driver.
In this
have
day
a
and
plan.
age, there's no reason to drive drunk ever.
Right.
Ever.
Drop your keys at the door, bro.
Right. It's just my public service announcement for the day.
Yeah.
So.
Have a plan going in.
Right.
And even if you go in with the plan not to drink and then, you get peer pressured into it, make your plan right then and there. Like, okay, I wasn't going to drink, but now I'm going to drink. But before I take this first sip, I am making the plan. How am I getting home? Because it clearly isn't via the way I came.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Just be smart about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2. Did God commend or condemn Jehu for the killings at Jezreel? Here are your choices.
Okay.
Always celebrate murder, or murder is very naughty.
I'm basing this off of God. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with always celebrate murder.
Always celebrate murder, sure.
He's a murderous fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. According to 2 Kings, 2 different verses support that.
Huh.
Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, thou shalt smite the house of Ahab thy master, that I may avenge the blood of my servants and prophets, and the blood of all the servants of the Lord at the hand of Jezebel. For the whole house of Ahab shall perish, and I will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall.
Jeez.
I will kill you if you pee on my tent.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes, always murder.
I think part of my choice here was based on the fact that you remember, I think it was like Psalms or Proverbs. I can't remember which one, but there was a section where they were like dancing in their enemy's blood.
Yes.
Or the dogs were in it. I don't know, something. It was really disgusting and
it was
and
bad and wrong.
Yeah. But there's obviously some like glee and enjoyment of murder.
The fact that we both dug Glee out, they're so excited. They're so fucking happy about kill.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so the other one says, and the Lord said unto Jehu, because thou hast done well in executing that which is right in mine eyes, and hast done unto the house of Ahab according to all that was in mine heart, the children of the 4th generation shall sit on the throne of Israel. I'm so fucking glad that you killed the people. Like, good job, Jehu.
Right.
You did a great murdery thing at Jezreel.
Yeah.
So I'm so very happy for you. But guess what?
What?
You're always wrong.
This is from Hosea, right? Because I don't remember this in Hosea, but okay.
Murder is very naughty.
Got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this is from Hosea chapter 1, which is probably why you don't remember it.
Right.
And the Lord said unto him, call his name Jezreel for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel.
Well, that is completely opposite. That's completely opposite. That's a very strong contradiction.
Yeah, that's actually a big one. Yeah.
Like, that's night and day.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
It is very weird. Yeah.
I don't quite understand.
It's almost like God doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and people wrote this.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But
there was obviously different opinions about what happened.
That definitely supports the theory that men wrote this. Maybe they got the message from God. I don't know. I'm not here to argue. I am here to argue that. But, whatever. For the purposes of argument.
Right.
Clearly, different people, wherever they got their message from, they got different messages.
Right.
Which means that God is not an effective fucking speaker.
Right.
Pretending that God exists.
Right. Definitely.
Okay. Moving on. Number 3.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to have sex outside of marriage? Here, do you want your 2 choices?
I'm going to go with no. But you can give me them if you want to still.
Okay, well, here's your 2 choices.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to have sex outside of marriage? Yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
Or not if God tells you to do it.
Wait. No, so there's all these instances, especially in the older portions of the Bible, where God's like go have sex with that concubine, or go have sex with that slave, or go have whatever. Anybody but your wife, apparently, because she can't give you a child. Yeah. So then it's just fine to go have sex outside of marriage. But that's not what Christians would have you believe.
You are thinking of when Jacob fucked his concubines, he was technically married to them because he was married to Leah, which was the wife that he didn't want, and then, worked 7 more years on Laban's farm, and then married Rachel was the one that he actually had wanted in the first place. Right, but
they tossed in a few extra ones in there, too. They did,
but technically those chicks belong to him.
Okay, there's a cultural... I take issue.
I agree with you, but I'm pointing out how it would be viewed because it was, quote unquote, in the family. It was not culturally inappropriate. It would not have been considered sex outside of marriage because the handmaids of his 2 wives did not fully count as people.
Okay. So again, we're discussing so we went from so we're going to get back to it here in a second, but we went from discussing sex in or outside of marriage as being okay or not to then incorporating slaves and concubines and
polygamy
and ownership of people, which is slavery. So
polygamy,
slaves and polygamy. That's all deemed okay at some part of the Bible. Because of God.
Yes.
Not because these people just really wanted to have sex with other people, but God actually condones these actions in portions of the Bible, and that is disturbing.
It sure as fuck is.
Look, I'm not saying, whatever. If you have a consensual marriage where you have multiple partners or even multiple wives, I don't have necessarily a problem with that.
Consent,
as long as it's consensual.
Consent in all parties, but more than that, informed consent.
Right. Yes.
Informed consent is important because...
It's not a forced consent.
Well, informed meaning that you have seen outside of the culture in which you were brought up. Sure. And you do understand that you don't actually have to marry somebody who has more than one wife.
Right.
That's what I mean by informed consent. That it wasn't just a social thing that, I thought that's what I was supposed to do. I didn't know.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So back to... I'm going to go with yes, it's okay to have sex outside of marriage.
Of course it is.
Right.
No, it's wrong to have sex outside of marriage unless God tells you to do it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So what are your answers? You have yes, it's wrong, or it's not wrong if God tells you to do it.
It's not wrong if God tells you to do it.
Okay. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I picked the right one.
Got it. Okay.
So both of these come from Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms.
Oh.
Because, she was fucking around.
Right. Yeah.
That was from chapter 1. And then in chapter 3, then the Lord said unto me, love a woman beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress.
Okay.
She was fucking left and right.
Right. I'm gonna take slight issue with this. And that's because... the entire portion of Hosea where we were discussing Gomer was more of a metaphor for Israel the entire time, more so than it was about his wife, in my estimation.
Did this story actually happen?
Right, yeah. Right. Now, again, that's debatable, I guess.
Okay, but whether it happened or not, it's a story saying that he needed to fuck his wife who was... fucking around.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
And she was supposed to represent Israel, but, again, God can change hearts.
So you're saying that God is allowing for Gomer to be redeemed through Hosea because whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure I was clear on how God condones sex outside of the marriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because God told Gomer, go fuck. And then he told Hosea, go marry that whore.
Okay.
And then go buy her back from her dude.
Did God tell Gomer to fuck? I don't remember that happening.
I don't know.
I thought she just did, and then God told Hosea to go marry her.
I have to imagine, though, because at one point she did go back, after they had all those kids.
Yeah.
She did go back to the whoredom because he had to go buy her back.
Right. No, I recall that, but I don't recall God telling her to go have sex.
I don't know. I just have to imagine that in order for that story to hold any kind of water.
Why would we assume that it does?
You're right. That was a dumb thing to say. Be that as it may, you're always wrong.
Okay.
Of course it's wrong to have sex outside of marriage.
Right.
Because according to both Exodus and Deuteronomy, thou shalt not commit adultery, you asshole.
Oh, man.
Okay?
Yeah.
So get it right.
I believe that one is actually in the 10 Commandments. Yeah. So
yeah, don't do it.
It's one of those big ones,
Yeah.
Okay.
It just depends on how you define marriage. And isn't it funny that Christians get to move the goalpost?
Well, and honestly, the Bible struggles with defining marriage.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really do it.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. At one point, it was perfectly fine to have 1,000 wives, but don't you dare be gay. Like, I'm sorry, what?
Well, even the gay thing in the Bible is a little bit questionable as to its relevance.
As to what they mean by that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. The whole thing is just like, you guys are so ancient.
Well, in that, part of what I take issue with is the inability to draw conclusions from what is in the Bible to relate to society today.
Yeah.
It is not relatable.
No.
It is not relevant.
No.
And it makes no fucking sense.
None.
For what the reality of humanity is in the 21st century.
Right. Because these people, they herded goats and they did not have cell phones or Netflix.
Yeah.
And cars. And they didn't know that a dude named Elon Musk someday was going to make ugly ass trucks
and robots
that can serve drinks.
She just fucking announced that shit. There's house robots that are going to be coming out for apparently like $20,000 to $30,000.
Yeah, they look kind of like the ones that were in what was the movie iRobot?
Yeah,
they look like a cross between those and RoboCop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and if you ever played, well, no, they aren't. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, those would be a good comparison. So
yeah,
but it's on, guys.
It's on.
The end is near.
The end is nigh. Yeah, and it's not Bill Nye. It's like they didn't even watch Terminator or The Matrix. Like, what the fuck?
I really hope they got the 3 laws in there.
I bet they didn't. And
for those of you who don't know, those are the 3 laws of robotics, which are set in motion by Isaac Asimov.
Yeah.
So and I don't. I'm not going to even try because I'll butcher it. So, but just look it up. It's famous. And
it has to do with the robots not being able to kill their owner humans and by either action or inaction. And as a matter of fact, they need to go so far as to do their best to save them or something to that effect.
Right.
Like, yeah, I totally butchered it.
It's an important piece of programming that needs to be in there somewhere. Super,
super important. Yeah, I'm going to guess that they skipped right over that.
Probably.
He seems like a skip to the end of the book kind of guy to me.
Right, yeah. But hopefully his engineers were like, those need to be in there. So we'll see, I guess.
I have not heard of anybody who stands up to him and keeps his job.
These fucking robots look like humans. I mean, like they're human-ish.
They're shaped humanish.
They're apparently going to be able to cook and clean and take care of your kids and do all the things.
Like they
serve you dinner, serve you food, serve you drinks.
They showed one like opening the door and leaning down to pick up the Amazon package and bring in the mail. And they showed another one sitting at the family table playing Go Fish with the fam.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I mean, look, at the same time, I'm kind of like terrified of what's going to happen.
I still want one.
Kind of.
Okay, look.
I mean, I got a Roomba, right?
Yeah.
Like, who wouldn't want a fucking robot that cooks for you?
Well, and here's the thing. I'm here, so the cooking ain't that bad, okay?
Right.
But our laundry is down in the basement, and not just down in the basement, it's down the basement and all the way around to the other side of the basement.
Right.
Like, you have to basically walk a circle along the edge of the outside wall to get to the end, which is basically where you started, but it's on the other side of the wall.
Right, yeah.
So if I had a robot and he did nothing but the laundry,
you'd be happy?
I would be happy with that. Yeah. Especially because
you've been struggling with stairs lately.
I've been struggling with stairs. I'm kind of not supposed to be going up and down stairs, and that's a long staircase.
It is.
So every time I go down, like I hold on to the railing and I take one step at a time. And, I always like give a peace sign before I go down. Like, okay, this could be it. I've taken my life into my own hands here.
Right.
This might be the end. Text everybody, hitting the stairs. Love everybody. Yeah. So, yeah, I'd have one of his stupid robots, even having watched the Terminator and the Matrix.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm torn.
I know.
But, you know.
The science person in me, like my science heart it's railing against my common sense. Like, don't be stupid.
Right. But it would be
science.
neat to have a robot, right?
Right. Yeah. So I guess I get why they built them. But see, I resent them because if they hadn't built them, then I wouldn't be in this like moral quandary.
Right.
Like, I blame them.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah.
So number 4, will Ephraim return to Egypt? Yes or no? Those are your choices.
They didn't. So no.
No. According to Hosea chapter 11, Ephraim shall not return into the land of Egypt.
That's the correct one.
Okay, but guess what?
I'm not wrong here.
You're always wrong. Yeah, because according to Hosea chapter 8, Ephraim shall return to Egypt.
And we kind of talked about the lost tribes of Israel. So, I mean, there are still people out there that are holding out hope that these tribes of Israel will end up back in Israel.
Right.
So, I don't know how that happens.
But they're talking about them returning to Egypt in this question.
Oh.
Yeah. Will Ephraim return to Egypt?
Okay.
So.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So either yes or no, according to Hosea.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Both,
right,
according to Hosea. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Number 5. Is God merciful? We've answered this one 1,000 times.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Your answers are yes or nope. Him's a sumbitch.
She's a sumbitch.
Him's a sumbitch.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So here we go down the list. I'm going to buzz through these because there's a lot that prove that he's a sumbitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Exodus chapter 34, the Lord God visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the 3rd and to the 4th generation. That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
According to Numbers, and the Lord said to Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Lord against the sun, that the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel. That's fun. I love hanging up the heads of the people I've conquered.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
Right.
Right. Again, according to Deuteronomy, and thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. Thine eye shall have no pity upon them. Kill them all.
Right.
Murder's always good. Love it.
Yeah.
According to 1 Samuel, now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling. So definitely go out and kill all the babies. That is so fun and nice of him. He's just not a sumbitch at all.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
That's horrible.
Don't be gross. All right. In Ezekiel, it says, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. Woohoo! Love me some murder.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 Samuel says, because they had looked into the ark of the Lord, even he smote of the people 50,000 and 70 men.
Jesus.
Yeah, love that. That was fun.
You ever seen those things where they show the body counts for God versus the devil?
No.
Oh, it's like millions versus like one. For
That's
the
hilarious.
devil.
That is hilarious.
Or maybe 10.
And true.
Yeah.
Who did the devil kill?
I think maybe, I don't know for sure, but they might attribute Job's
10 kids?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that does make sense, even though God allowed it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But even that one's questionable, right?
Right.
So.
Because God was like, I'll take that challenge.
Right.
Go ahead and kill those kids. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's like a whole website that like breaks it down as to like, you know, the body count basically.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, according to Lamentations, the Lord hath swallowed up all the habitations of Jacob and hath not pitied. Okay, and then again in Lamentations, the Lord hath done that which he had devised. He hath thrown down and hath not pitied.
He thrown down, huh?
And he did not pity. And again, thou hast slain, thou hast not pitied. Then in Jeremiah, I will not pity nor spare nor have mercy, but destroy.
Mm-hmm.
Then in Ezekiel, and mine eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity. So
because he's such a loving God, right?
Yeah.
That's what I keep hearing from people. I just don't see it anywhere.
Him's definitely a sumbitch, but guess what?
What?
You're always wrong.
I don't think so.
He is merciful. Let me tell you how merciful he is. Exodus tells us, the Lord God, merciful and gracious, long-suffering and abundant in goodness and truth. What did he do to deserve that title? Don't know, but they said it, so it must be true.
Right.
Deuteronomy, for the Lord thy God is a merciful God. Again, they said so. Didn't give an example, but they said it. So I believe you.
No.
2 Samuel, let us fall now into the hand of the Lord, for his mercies are great. Again, no example. Okay.
They're usually these examples that they're giving are they're either preceded or followed up by him killing people.
Yeah.
So
exactly. And this one is said in First Chronicles and several chapters in Psalms. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good and his mercy endureth forever. Love that guy. I don't know why. I just heard a rumor that he's nice. Sure.
Yeah, right.
Jeremiah says, I will not cause mine anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, saith the Lord, and I will not keep anger forever, ever. And finally in Hosea chapter 6, it says, for I desired mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. Yeah, God wanted not the burnt offerings.
Right.
He wanted the not burnt offerings.
Except for when he did want the burnt offerings.
But not in Hosea.
Right.
He wanted their knowledge of God.
He wanted them to not be fake.
Right.
Is what it was getting at.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
It's all crap.
It's crap. He's not a nice entity.
Here's the thing. You can go through the motions that he told you to go through, and it's still not enough for him. He's still going to kill you because
your leaders suck.
Well, because they make up new rules, right?
Right. They move the goalpost.
It is what it is.
Yep. Number 6, does God help in times of need? Here are your choices. Nope, especially if he's big mad. Or, yeah, if you say so.
I'm going to go with nope.
Nope, especially if he's big mad.
Yeah.
All right. From 1 Samuel, and ye shall cry out in that day because of your king, which ye shall have chosen for you. And the Lord will not hear you in that day. You know why? Because he ain't fucking helpful in times of need.
Or real.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, that too.
Right.
Okay. And then in Psalms, it says, why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? Why can't I find your fucking face? Why are you going away from me, God?
I have some ideas.
Right. And then again in Psalms, it says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Which isn't that something I think that Christ is supposed to have uttered in the New Testament? So that's interesting.
You might be right, actually, yeah.
Why art thou so far from helping me and from the words of my roaring? Oh my God, I cry in the daytime, but thou hearest not.
That's sad for them. Sad.
Yeah. And then in Isaiah, and when ye spread forth your hands, I will hide mine eyes from you. Yea, when ye make many prayers, I, God, will not hear. And again in Isaiah, it says, verily, thou art a God that hidest thyself. And then in Hosea, it says, they shall go with their flocks and with their herds to seek the Lord, but they shall not find him. He hath withdrawn himself from them.
I see.
But guess what?
What?
You're always wrong. Yeah, he's helpful if you say so.
I guess.
In Psalms. These are all from Psalms.
Oh,
so do they really count?
No.
No. For he hath not despised nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted.
Bullshit.
Neither hath he hid his face from him, but when he cried unto him, he heard.
Okay.
And God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in trouble. Is he, though?
No.
The Lord is near to all who call upon him. That's what they say.
I guess.
I don't believe them.
Nope.
Anyways, number 7. Whom did Jacob wrestle with?
The angel of the Lord or God.
Which one? Those are your choices.
I'm going to go with the angel of the Lord.
All right. Well, that's what it said in Hosea. Jacob had power over the angel and prevailed.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And apologists are like, they meant God. That's what that means. They interpret it for you.
Well, I mean, some of them don't think that it's good. Even religious people who study the Bible, some of them think that it was not God.
Well, that's why I said apologists.
Sure.
They are like, no, it was totally God. It had to have been God because the reason that Hosea was wrestling with him was to earn what he had been given.
Okay.
That he had not unto that point been grateful enough for. That's what the apologists argue. So it had to be God.
Got it.
Okay.
Wait, Hosea or Jacob?
I'm sorry, Jacob.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said Hosea.
Well, this is from Hosea talking about Jacob, and that's why I have my words wrong.
Sure. No,
I knew what I meant. Follow my brain. Okay, but guess what?
What?
You're always wrong.
Yeah, of course.
He wrestled with God, of course. Yeah. Says so all throughout the Bible.
Does it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I'm just going to read this one. It's from Genesis. Okay. This is where this happened.
Right.
But I had to fill in the blanks. Like I had to read and reread this because this was the passage that said, and then he said to him and him said he and he, him, he, and he did this to him and him did that to he.
Right.
And so I went through and I filled in the blank of each pronoun to tell you if it was God or Jacob.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay. So this is what it says. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man, God, with him until the breaking of the day. And when he, God, saw that he, God, prevailed not against him, Jacob, he, God, touched the hollow of his, Jacob, thigh. And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, as he, God, wrestled with him, Jacob. And he, God, said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he, Jacob, said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. See, he was fighting him for the blessing.
Okay.
So he's like, bless me, God damn it.
Right.
And he, God, said unto him, Jacob, what is thy name? And he, Jacob, said, Jacob. And he, God, said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince thou hast power with God and with men, and hast prevailed. And Jacob asked him, God, and said, tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he, God, said, wherefore is it that thou dost ask after my name? Why you be asking my name, bro? And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel. For I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved.
Oh.
And that was from Genesis chapter 32.
Okay.
And you're welcome, because that took me a few read-throughs to get the pronouns correct.
That's rough. Yeah.
You see how it was problematic, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was a long time ago, but I think we did comment on that at the time. Like, holy shit, what is happening?
You know, I hate me some pronoun abuse in writing.
Yeah.
This was just bad. What do you mean? He said this to him, who said back to him that he was tired of him and hemming, ha. What? This is bullshit. Come on, label your things.
Right.
All right. Anyways, that was that portion.
Okay.
Do you need to take a deep breath and be ready for this pop quiz?
No, I think I'm gonna slam dunk this shit.
Well, I'm
gonna get like a 50. I'm gonna get half of them.
Well, I got a 61.
I'm shooting low. When you say you got a 61, I'm shooting low here. I'm not going to set myself up for failure.
All right.
So I'm going to hope I get 50.
When I told you this yesterday when we were recording, you were like, "What? Oh, I'll totally beat you." Now today you're like, "No, I think
I'm saying, I'm prepping myself for a loss. I'm prepping myself for the L.
Then I'm not going to help you.
Okay. All right.
Number 1, what did the Lord desire rather than burnt offerings, according to the book of Hosea?
Do I get choices or okay? And I'm going to give everybody a chance to try to answer for themselves before I answer. So I'll pause a little bit before I answer.
All right. I'm going to give the choices.
Yeah.
What did the Lord desire rather than burnt offerings, according to the book of Hosea? Tithe, knowledge of God, temple, or thanksgiving?
Go ahead.
Tick tock. What is the answer?
It is, drum roll please, knowledge of God.
Correct.
Yay.
I mean, I think it's correct. It's correct. That's one of the ones I knew.
Right.
All right, number 2. And yes, there's choices. What did the Lord liken Israel's stubbornness to? A stubborn heifer, a leopard, a stubborn goat, or a pig? And I'll read it again so that the audience playing along at home can have a chance to answer.
Yeah.
What did the Lord liken Israel's stubbornness to? A stubborn heifer, a leopard, a stubborn goat, or a pig?
I am going to go with a stubborn heifer.
I believe that's the correct answer.
Okay.
Okay, that's the one I picked.
All right.
All right, number 3. Where did the Israelites dwell in the days of the appointed feasts? Sealed houses, tents, in caves, or on the mountains? And I will read that again for the players at home.
Yeah.
Where did the Israelites dwell in the days of the appointed feasts? Ceilinged houses, tents, in caves, or on the mountains? What is your answer?
My answer is tents.
That's the one I picked.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 4. According to Hosea, what will the Lord do after 2 days? He will raise us up, fight our enemies, revive us, or humble us. I'll read it again.
Sure.
According to Hosea, what will the Lord do after 2 days?
Yeah.
Raise us up, fight our enemies, revive us, or humble us? What is your answer?
I'm going to go with raise us up.
Okay. I think that's the one I picked, but I can't remember.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna read through
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number 5. For how much did Hosea buy the adulteress? 3 shekels of gold, 7 shekels of gold, 15 shekels of gold, 30 shekels of gold. And I'll read it again.
Okay.
For how much did Hosea buy the adulteress?
Yeah.
3 shekels of gold.
Gomer.
Yeah.
Right.
3 shekels of gold, 7 shekels of gold, 15 shekels of gold, or 30 shekels of gold.
If I remember correctly, I think it was 15.
I honestly don't remember.
Sure.
I didn't remember the first time through. I don't remember what I picked.
Got it.
So I don't know if I got that one right or wrong.
Okay.
I'm going to guess wrong.
All right.
Number 6. According to Hosea, how many days did the Lord say Israel shall dwell without a king or prince? A few days, many days, 40 days, 390 days. And I'll read it again.
Okay.
I didn't remember even reading about this, so
Right.
I didn't know the answer.
Okay.
According to Hosea, how many days did the Lord say Israel shall dwell without a king or a prince?
Okay.
A few days, many days, 40 days, or 390 days?
I'm going to go with many days because I don't recall a number being thrown out or it being said at all. So I'm going to go with a generalization.
I went with 40 days because I was like, they like the number 40.
Okay.
Sure, you know,
Yeah.
but it was wrong.
Right.
So you have a better chance. I don't remember what the right answer was.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 7. Who is regarded as a cake not turned in the book of Hosea? Is it Judah, Ephraim, Assyria, or Mizpah?
Okay.
And again, who is regarded as, a pancake?
Yeah.
A cake not turned in the book of Hosea? Is it Judah, Ephraim, Assyria, or Mizpah?
I am going to go with Ephraim.
I think that's the one I picked.
Okay.
I don't remember if it's right or wrong, but
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's the one I picked.
Okay.
Number 8. According to Hosea, when the Israelites return, how shall their fame be like? The Nile of Egypt, wine of Lebanon, smell of Lebanon, or the mountain of myrrh? And I'll
Okay.
read it again.
Yeah.
According to Hosea, when the Israelites return, how shall their fame be like? Are they going to be like the Nile of Egypt, the wine of Lebanon, the smell of Lebanon, or the mountain of myrrh?
I am going to go with the wine of Lebanon.
Okay, I don't remember the answer.
Right.
Number 9. How does Hosea describe the ways of the Lord? Are his ways wide, deep, right, or beautiful? How does Hosea describe the ways of the Lord? Are his ways wide, deep, right, or beautiful?
I don't know the answer to this, so I'm going to go with deep, which I have no idea.
Yeah, I did not pick that one. I picked right, which I think is the right answer, but I could be wrong because I did this a couple days ago, so I don't really remember.
Sure, no, I got you.
Number 10, according to Hosea, why did Israel stumble? Was it because of the enemies were stronger? Was it because they had no weapons? Because of iniquity? Or because they were not careful? Let me read it again.
Sure.
According to Hosea, why did Israel stumble? Because of the enemies were stronger? Because they had no weapons? Because of iniquity? Or because they were not careful?
I think the answer has to be because of iniquity.
That's what I picked. I think it was the right one.
Right.
All right, last question. Ready?
Yeah.
You already said this one, so you know it.
Cool.
What was the name of Hosea's wife? Was it Gomer? Was it Tamar? Was it Rahab? Or was it Dinah? Let me read it again for the people at home.
I forgot I was letting people play along.
Yeah.
Wait, I know this one easy.
What was the name of Hosea's wife, guys? Was it Gomer, Tamar, Rahab, or Dinah?
It was Gomer.
It was.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that was easy for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, we just talked about her earlier in this episode.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we talked about her literally. I was like, oh, that's a question.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
All right. So what did the Lord desire rather than burnt offerings according to the book of Hosea? Knowledge of God. That is correct. And we both got that one right.
Yay.
Okay. Number 2, what did the Lord liken Israel's stubbornness to? We both had picked stubborn heifer, and that is correct.
Yay.
Okay. Number 3, where did the Israelites dwell in the days of the appointed feasts? We both picked tents, and we both got that one right.
Yay.
According to Hosea, what will the Lord do after 2 days? We both picked raise us up, and that was the wrong answer.
Really?
It was revive us. Yeah.
I don't recall that being the wording. I thought it was raise us up because I thought it was... I do remember... So I was teetering between those two because I remember thinking zombies, right? So revive would make sense. But the raising you up, I thought it was because they were going to that next level in the
Let me read the verse. Let me read the verse.
Okay.
Keeping in mind that the question is after 2 days.
Okay. Yeah.
After 2 days, he will revive us. On the 3rd day, he will raise us.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
That we may live before him.
I thought I remember them saying raise.
Yeah, it was both, but one was on one day and then one came the next day.
I will accept that.
Whatever. I think it was a trick question.
That is a trick question. It's kind of a bullshit question.
Right?
I'm going to give that one as like the class gimme, you know?
All right, I see how you are. Number 5. For how much did Hosea buy the adulterous Gomer?
Right, yeah.
Was it 3 shekels, 7 shekels, 15 shekels, or 30 shekels? And the answer was 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
I don't remember if I got that one wrong or right.
Got it.
I think I picked 30. I think I got that one wrong. According to Hosea, how many days did the Lord say Israel shall dwell without a king or prince? I had picked 40 and got it wrong. You picked many days and got it right.
Yay! I'm doing good.
You are. You're kicking this quiz's ass.
Hell yeah.
Who is regarded as a cake not turned in the book of Hosea? The answer is Ephraim, which we both got right.
All right.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
According to Hosea, when the Israelites return, how shall their fame be like? I had picked the smell of Lebanon, and I got it wrong. You picked the wine of Lebanon and got it right.
All right.
Yeah. Well, at least I had Lebanon in there.
Right.
All right. This is the one that I said that I got right that you got wrong. How does Hosea describe the ways of the Lord? You picked deep, but the correct answer was right.
I just didn't know the answer to that. Like, I don't recall that in the chapter, so, or the book.
It was in chapter 14, verse 9. Whoever is wise, let him understand these things. Whoever is discerning, let him know them. For the ways of the Lord are right, and the upright walk in them, but the transgressors stumble in them.
I think I was a little unimpressed with chapter 14 because it was really like roofy, like feel good bullshit.
It had the sound of Proverbs to it. Like, fuck off.
And I was kind of like, whatever.
Right?
Okay.
All right, number 10. According to Hosea, why did Israel stumble? And we both guessed because of iniquity.
Right.
Was the only answer that made sense.
Yeah.
I think I would have got it even if the choices had been better.
Sure.
But the other choices are, they had no weapons. They were not careful. The enemies were stronger.
Yeah, that was like a gimme question.
That was stupid.
I feel like.
And then the last one was definitely a gimme. Gomer.
Right, yeah.
What was the name of Hosea's wife? Gomer.
I feel like I did pretty damn good.
You got an 81.
Holy shit, that might be one of my best scores.
Yeah.
I usually don't do that good.
I'm a little jealous, quite honestly, because the average has risen. When I took it, it said the average was 64. Now the average is 65. You hit the bell curve.
Right, yeah.
Wow. I brought the class down. You brought them up.
I did. So, I raised the whole average a percentage.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad for doing that, actually, because I'm showing that there's more biblical knowledge in the world than there actually is, because we're actually studying this shit.
Right? And I only got a 61.
Yeah.
And I'm reading it, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the first time that I failed it and that you did better than me.
Right.
And didn't fail it.
Yeah. I was right.
Mm-hmm. You were not always wrong. You were right.
I was.
You're sometimes right, just that once.
You know what's funny, though?
What is funny, though?
I think that if you were to ask our Discord crew, who is often right.
You're often righter than I am.
I'm often righter than you are.
Yes, definitely. If truth be told, I'm almost always wrong.
Right, yeah.
My brain doesn't work. I remember things incorrectly and out of order. I pick the wrong names every time.
Guys, to be fair, I mean, wife could go look at a price for a jug of milk and literally come back 2 seconds later to the cart, and I'd ask her how much it was, and she would not know.
I'd have no idea.
She has no clue.
I can do algebra. Like, I'm not bad at math. Like, give me a pencil and paper and let me write it down. I can tell you everything.
Well, and you can also, tear apart a story and break it down. You're very good at that.
Oh, and you know what else I could do? I could tell you exactly what the shelf looked like, where the milk came from, and who was standing there, and what conversation. Like, I could tell you every single thing, all the details that you would have missed, except the price of the milk.
Right. And that also applies to facts that are extraneous.
Yeah.
Right? Like, extraneous facts you do not hold in your head at all.
No, I just don't. And it's not an act of forgetting. It's not. They don't stay there. They just don't stay.
Yeah.
But I remember other stuff.
You do.
So, we balance each other well.
Definitely.
We together would make one decent witness.
All right. We got anything else today, or does that wrap up Hosea?
Bye, Hosea.
Bye, Hosea. Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.